Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another video, a lifestyle video, I guess. So I just got back from Sakura-Con, however you say it. Don't roast me. That con that happens also in Seattle. So my second trip to Seattle in as many months, more than I've been in the past like 3 years or something combined to Seattle. And I went up there on a mission, a very specific mission. And that is because the voice actors for Gundam Seed, Lacus Klein and Kira Yamato, were going to make their appearance at this con on Saturday, today. And I was like, oh my god. I watched Gundam Seed when it was originally airing in 2002. I was 12 years old at the time, so it's like nostalgia burned into my brain, and Lacus Klein is still to the day one of my most favorite waifus. It's really unfortunate that most of her figures are really expensive, or at least the good ones are, so that's why I don't have any behind me. But they were going to be there on Saturday, and I was like, oh, sweet. Let's look at the programming schedule for the con and see what needs to be brought up. Well, as you can see, because I'm going to post it now, this is all the information it has. It says that they're gonna be here, and you need to buy official licensed Bandai merch from the vendor, and that will get you your entry ticket. Doesn't say anything else, and it says that the panel will be going on Saturday from 11 to noon. That's it. Okay, cool. So I was like, all right, I'll go up on Saturday. Sassy and I will leave at like 8:30 because it takes roughly an hour to get there to Seattle. And, we'll park and we'll get our tickets and everything. And by the time we actually get into the con on the floor, we should be about 30 minutes prior, which is the time that they let everybody line up for it. Awesome. So we get there to the con, and I'm sorry I don't have video or pictures of it. I was too excited to, finally meet them. And we get up to the area that we're waiting on, and I'm talking to a few other people that are there for the same thing, and they have these nice framed pictures of the logo for the movie that just came out recently in Japan. I'll probably put that on screen too. And they also have this long blue ticket. And I was like, oh yeah, I bought my Bandai merch. I bought a model. I bought the new version of the Freedom Gundam. And I was like, all right, I bought official Bandai merch from the official Bandai, vendor. All right, here's my ticket. No. No. They were kind enough to explain to me that you had to be here yesterday, Friday, when the con opened, because they were only selling a limited amount of these movie posters. And the purchase of that poster would then give you your entry ticket, which was this kind of long blue ticket thing that you would hand over to the doorman. And I was like, so this doesn't count? She's like, no, they sold out in like 30 minutes. And it's like, and she was like the third to last in line, and there was still a butt ton of people waiting. Okay, well, I mean, as you saw when I put it up, I'll put it back up on screen. That's not notated anywhere. There's nothing in the Friday schedule that says lineup begins for, autograph for the next day of the con to get into the Gundam Seed panel. It's not anywhere. I checked Twitter, I checked their Facebook, it says, hey, they're coming. They're coming, they're going to be guests of honor at the con. And I couldn't find any other information that says you must wait in line on Friday to get this poster, limited supplies. So I was standing there at this table with these two nice ladies, and I died a little bit inside. Because the whole reason I bought tickets to the con, which, by the way, you can only buy 3-day passes. They don't sell Friday, Saturday, Sundays. They only sell the entire weekend's worth of badges. So that's already like $110 down the drain. Okay, cool. I only wanted to be here for the one day, but it's going to cost all 3 days to get there. Fine. Alright, I want to meet these VAs. Nope, I had to be here yesterday at the butt crack of dawn, or whenever the con opened, and maybe get in line, and maybe get a ticket. and pay probably a lot of money to buy that poster to begin with, because it was nice, and it was nice and framed, and it was sealed and everything, and I assumed that's what they were going to sign, when you waited in line. They would sign that and move you on. So my entire plan of having her sign, the instruction booklet for this model right here, probably down the drain. My plan for having her take a picture of her holding my phone open on Trainee, because she's also Trainee's voice actress, that's probably down the drain too. So I was super disappointed, super brokenhearted, and Sassy and I walked away, went down to the show floor with all the exhibitors for the figures and stuff, and I just kind of had to take a 5 against a wall and just contemplate my entire existence of being here and spending all this time and money and gas and stuff to get up here, just to know that I got cucked, essentially. So that was an awesome feeling, and it really, really ruined the first, half hour of the convention, because I was super pumped up the entire way up there. It's not a short drive. I'm not a morning person, but I was ready. I was ready to drop a lot of money for whatever I needed to buy to actually get in. When I was like, oh, I could buy a model for $30, sign me up. Not the case. So that was very, very unfortunate. And also, Survive Said the Prophet, the band was going to be there. They do a lot of openings for, like Vinland Saga and all that. Spy Air was going to be there. They do Gintama and Naruto openings. They were not going to play till 7. Survive Said the Prophet canceled last minute, and I didn't want to be there until 7 o'clock because, we were getting there at 9:30. I didn't want to spend all day up there. I know I spent all the money to do that, but I came for really one reason, and now that reason is gone. So, we made the most of it. We wandered the floor of the con, and I did pick up a decent haul of figures, of which I will now show you, because they're still in boxes, and then, we'll make a cut, and they'll all be displayed up behind me. So, obviously, I bought this model. I will make it. It won't take me very long, because it's a very low-grade model. It's definitely not as fancy as those ones back here. But then, I picked up 10th Anniversary Millum. Right? Yeah. 10th Anniversary Millum. And this will go next to my other Millum figures. And I have this empty space right here because currently being shipped to me is the Shibuya Scramble New Year's 2022 Millum figure. That's coming in a couple weeks or so. So I'm going to have 2 more Millum figures to add to the collection. Next up, not a lot of people will recognize her probably, but we got Kanade Tachibana from Angel Beats, one of my more favorited shows that I feel not a lot of people talk about. It's comedy, it's a little bit of action, it's very emotional towards the end, it makes me cry, but I like Kanade. I like her character, and I've never seen a figure of her in any store locally. So I was like, oh my god, it's Kanade. It was just in this corner in some vendor, and I was like, is that who I think it is? And I pick it up, it's like, oh my god, it is. So I bought it. It was like $30, and it got marked up from 20 because it's a con, and they can do that. So, Millum and Kanade acquired. Next up is Bunny Suit Sinon. I like Sinon. She's one of my top waifus. Regardless of how you feel about Sword Art Online, I like Sinon. And she's in a bunny outfit. And she's got a lot of booba going on. So I was like, $40? Sold. Not a bad price for this. Not a bad price. Next up, we'll have probably a lot of fans. Beta. Eminence in Shadow Beta. I saw a figure of her at the mall, or not her, but I saw a figure of Alpha at the mall of the same brand, and I was like, Alpha's good, not my favorite. Technically, Gamma is my favorite. I love how clumsy she is. But Beta is a very close number 2. Hot, white-haired, elf waifu. Very, very good. So, we bought Beta for the low, low price of $30. So, hell yeah. And then we have one more. One more, which I may have overpaid on a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. I don't want to check the website because I'm going to be horribly disappointed. But, we bought Sakura from Fate in a kind of nice evening dress with a bouquet of flowers. 15th celebration dress version. I really like Sakura. She's my favorite waifu from Fate. I know there's a whole bunch of waifus from Fate. Don't get me started on all of them. And I have not played Fate Go. I am aware of all of the different ones, but I like Sakura. I was going to order her corrupted version from Heaven's Feel, but I was like, I saw this, and I said, how much? And the guy said $175. And I said, give it to me. So, those are my figure hauls from Sakura-Con 2024. So now we'll make a cut and I'll show them off and they'll be on display and we'll have some fun. Alright, these are their new placements. We've got Sakura down at the bottom. She'll take the spot next to the new Milim that is coming. The new 10th anniversary Milim, boom, right here with all other Milims. And then we've got Beta, Kanade, and then Sinon, Bunny Suit Sinon. So found homes for them. I have enough room to put another shelf on top if I want to put figures up there. Like there's enough room all the way up here for another, you know, cube row of stuff. But I don't know if I want to put them that high because I'm afraid it'll fall over. So I think this will work for now, right? I think it's good enough for now. And we definitely have room. It's just that if I get any more, we might need another cube shelf and to replace the Gundam shelf, and I might move that over there and call it a day. I've got the 6x6 plastic cubes over here, which I could just take from, or I could just put here and make a, you know, a 2x8 or 2x4 or something, and it'll go up pretty high. I could do that too. There's options, definitely, for buying more figures, which we'll probably do because I have a problem and I have nothing else to spend my money on except figures and slime. So there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed my half rant video and half figure celebration video. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I will see you all later.